So for today's World of Warships Legends video, I have been tasked with going over what I think are the top 5 best ships to buy with the 70% off coupon. A lot of you guys and gals out there are really wanting to know what is best to buy with that darn 70% off coupon. Do not fret, your president is here to save the day. So starting off this top 5 list at number 5 with the mighty USS Kid. The Kid is easily one of my favorite destroyers at the tier, arguably one of the best gunboats at Tier 6. The USS Kid boasts 5-inch guns that reload very quickly and pump out more lead than the Flint River. Not to mention the main 5-inch guns also count as AA as well. The Kid is easily also one of the best AA ships at the tier. I mean, hell, look at that spicy-ass AA rating. The Kid is just all around solid in terms of firepower. Now let's talk about the Kid's consumables. The USS Kid comes with a good old American long-duration smoke screen. If you guys don't know anything about American smoke screens, well, all you need to know is that American smoke screens last forever, like roughly 2 minutes. So basically you can just sit in your smoke, spit out loads of 5-inch shells, and have a blast, so long as you have spotting, of course. The Kid also comes with some heals. That's right, a destroyer with heals. Now, it's not the best heal in the world, but hey, it's better than nothing, and it comes in handy more often than not. And finally, in the last consumable slot, you can choose between an engine boost or a defensive AA fire consumable. I mainly run the engine boost, but if you know there's going to be a carrier in your next match, then running DFAA might not be a bad idea. Kid in a division with a carrier can be some fun, by the way. Anyhow, let's move on to the Kid's maneuverability. The Kid overall has average agility. It can turn pretty well with the 600-meter turning circle, and the speed and rudder is average. Now, the last thing I want to mention is the Kid only has one short-range rack of torpedoes. So basically, the Kid is not a torpedo boat at all. It is mainly a gunboat. So if gunboat fun boats are your thing, then Kid is a must-have American destroyer. Anyhow, let's now move on to the number 4 pick. The number 4 pick is none other than the Tier 6 premium American light cruiser, the great USS Boise, named after the great city of Boise, Idaho. The Boise is such a fun cruiser. It has 15 6-inch guns that have very, very good fire spamming potential. That's right, the Boise is 15 6-inch guns. This ship right here dishes out more shells than a McDonald's dishes out hamburgers. I would know because I worked there, unlike Kamala Harris. Anyhow, you can easily get the fire chance on the Boise up to 15%. Just let that sink in for a minute. You have 15 guns, and each one of them reload every 8 to 9 seconds. And each one of those shells has a 15% chance of setting fires. The Boise is just a nasty, nasty fire spammer at Tier 6. Most people forgot about it, which I think is quite sad. Anyhow, let's talk about the consumables. So the Boise comes with a regular American sonar. Nothing special there. Now where things start getting really awesome is with the heel. That's right, a Tier 6 cruiser with a heel. Not many of them out there. The Boise's heel, by the way, isn't just any old heel. It is a damn near super heel. Just look at that heel rate, 665 HP per second. What else can I say? It's just damn good. That about covers the consumables. Now let's move on to the AA defense. The AA overall is decent. It is an American light cruiser after all. So yeah, now finally I want to bring your attention to the main downsides with the Boise. The Boise has shit overall agility for a cruiser. It is also just quite darn slow for a cruiser. It can hardly break 30 knots, which is kind of pathetic. Also, the turning circle radius and the rudder shift time isn't that great either. The armor also is not particularly good. It still is a light cruiser at the end of the day, so it follows a no armor, best armor sort of deal. But in my experience, the Boise eats more pens and citadels than my wife Melania on a Saturday night. With that said, that about wraps up the number 4 spot on this list. Now let's go ahead and move on to my number 3 pick. This one is easily one of my favorites. It is not for everyone, but if played well, it is an absolute fucking beast. The ship I am talking about is none other than the USS Indianapolis. The mighty Indy is very strong in the right hands. Her main 8-inch American guns are just fantastic. They have no problem slapping the shit out of other cruisers who think they're hot shit. Don't forget also that the guns can smack battleships too for good pen damage. I always laugh my ass off when I pummel red battleships for like 5 to 10K a salvo when they think they can just sail broadside to me. So many ding-dongs out there. Now also the Indy's guns have decent high explosive shells as well. The fire chance is pretty good, and the penetration for the HE is also fairly decent. Basically, with the Indianapolis, you ought to be shooting AP at any and all broadside and over-angled ships. And when they think they can angle, plaster them, and cook them with your HE, the guns on the Indy are quite frankly the best at Tier 6. Like, seriously. The Indianapolis comes with a regular sonar. Again, nothing special there. Now, what is special is the fact that the Indy comes with a 9.9-kilometer radar. That's right. The radar lasts about 25 seconds as well. So basically, the Indianapolis doesn't just have good guns, but it also has some extremely useful consumables as well. Indianapolis overall is a very dangerous ship, especially to red destroyers because of that radar. I cannot count how many destroyers I have spanked around because of the radar. It's just downright funny. Now, the Indianapolis has decent overall maneuverability. It can easily go well over 32 knots. It is a good turning circle radius for a heavy cruiser, and the rudder shift time is okay as well. Now, the anti-air defense isn't bad, but it isn't great either. It gets the job done, and at the end of the day, it is still an American cruiser. Now, there is one major downside with the Indianapolis. The Indy, just quite frankly, will get absolutely wrecked if hit by big shells. The armor isn't good. You definitely do not want to be the center of attention in the Indy. So basically, make sure you keep your head on a swivel, position yourself well, and use island cover. Now, if worst comes to worst, remember that you have very good agility. Literally, just kite and dodge, bro. Also, make sure you pray to RN Jesus as well. You should always be praying to RN Jesus, especially in cruisers like Indianapolis. So yeah, that is my number 3 pick. The Indy is great so long as you don't get hit. Now we're getting into my top 2 recommendations. Now my number 2 pick is none other than the USS Constellation, aka the Constipation. Now some of you may be wondering why I call the Constellation the Constipation. Well, I mean, look at them fucking hips. Holy moly, Batman, geez. Anyhow, the Constipation has 8 16-inch 45 caliber guns in 4 separate turrets with 2 barrels. These guns are accurate as hell. Very, very dependable and consistent guns. The Constipation is also basically a battle cruiser in terms of speed, not size. The Constipation is big as fuck, just like my massive PP. Anyway, going back to the speed, on my build, I am running William Sims, and I still manage to break over 30 knots. The Constipation also comes with 9.2-kilometer torpedoes as well. They have a 1.5-minute reload, and they can do up to 16,000 damage. The anti-air defense on the Constipation is quite good. Do I have to remind you all why the AA is good? Well, here you go anyways. It's an American battleship, of course, so naturally, these things are just fucking caked with shit. Loads of AA. Now, the armor on the Constipation is not very good, I'll just say it. You do not want to be the center of attention. It has only a 27mm nose, and you can bet your sweet ass that your nose will get punched straight through by anything bigger than 15-inch guns. So yeah, USS Constellation is really good. great firepower, good speed, and overall I would recommend it. Always remember though that the Constellation is not a tanky ship. You want to be making sure that you limit the amount of people shooting at you. Make sure your positioning is top-notch. Otherwise, just like every other battleship, your battle will be short and you will be visiting port again very quickly. So keep on slinging out them big, beautiful 16-inch guns. Use cover, dodge, and whatever else necessary to win and have successful results. Also, anyone who says Constellation is bad is a dumbass. Anyways, finally, the moment you all have been waiting for. My number one pick for my top 5 recommended USN ships for the 70% off coupon. This one is easily by far one of my go-to cruisers in the entire game. This one being the Tier 7 premium cruiser for the greatest nation in the game, the USS Witchita. Now for this final ship, I will go ahead and hand over the mic to Dr. Ghost to finish off this video. God bless you all. God bless World of Warships legends, and God bless the USA. Thank you, everyone. Here you go, Doc.
Alrighty. Thank you, Mr. President. So, we are taking a look at the Witchita for this number 1 pick on this top 5 list of my favorite, or recommended, but they're also my favorite. I love a lot of these ships, but these are my top 5 recommended ships for people who want to buy stuff, you know, ships with their coupons. They're 70% off coupons for their American ships. The Witchita, easily my number 1 pick here. And the reasons why is, well, number 1, obviously, we've been kind of going over this throughout the whole video. The guns, right? The guns are fantastic. You cannot go wrong with the guns on the Witchita. Good old classic 203mm 8-inch guns. 17.9 kilometer range. You've got 8.6 second reload. Now, obviously, you could even get that lower, like if you were to put on a refill station. That goes down to 7.7. 7-second reload, basically an 8-second reload, is pretty insane for a heavy cruiser, okay? These guns have a maximum AP shell damage of 4,600 with a 2,600 maximum HE shell damage. And the fire chance is pretty decent as well. 17 to like 20%, depends how you build it. Very, very good guns overall. The AP smacks cruisers. The AP smacks battleships if they're over-angled. And obviously, if they decide to angle, you just switch over to the HE and you plaster them with it. You burn them down, and you have a great time for the most part. Now, the AA defense is not very good. It's okay, but for Tier 7 standards, it's not the greatest, okay? It still can do some things. It's still an American cruiser at the end of the day, so there you go, right? For the maneuverability, now this is where the Witchita is insane, okay? The Witchita has very good rudder shift, has very good turning circle. I wouldn't say very good, but it has good turning circle, and the speed is pretty good as well. Look at that rudder shift, though. 6-second rudder shift time is incredible for a heavy cruiser. This ship has no problems turning, zipping, kiting, all the things. This ship is very, very agile, and if you build into it, it can even be more agile. And the concealment, pretty average. Nothing special there, but overall, the guns are great. The AA is okay, it's pretty decent. The maneuverability, very, very good. The survivability, not the greatest. It doesn't have a shitload of HP like on the Baltimore with its like 45,000 HP or whatever it is, 42,000 HP. Most cruisers at this tier by now already have over 40,000 health. So it is a little bit lowered. It's about 2,000 less than the average. Now the armor. The armor is very good on the Witchita. 27mm everywhere, which means you will be able to ricochet shells up to 15 inches. Okay, anything bigger than that, so 16-inch guns will overmatch you. You have to be careful. But the Witchita kinda is narrow. It follows the no armor, best armor scheme. Most of the time, in my experience, shells overpen me. Okay, I don't get Citadel very often in this. And it also helps too that your Citadel is not huge. It's not very exposed. It is still there, so it is totally possible for battleships to get lucky and potentially drop down into your Citadel and make you have a bad day. But if you position well, if you kite, if you maneuver properly around the map, you will not have issues, okay? Just play smart. Play smart. Don't be a ding-dong, essentially. Now, finally, the loadout. Mainly the consumables. This thing has good old average American sonar. Nothing special there. This ship does come with radar. 9-kilometer radar, 30-second duration, very, very, very handy. Very, very dangerous also for the enemy team, especially destroyers, because, again, radar, very, very helpful when hunting down destroyers. And finally, this ship does come with a decent heal as well. 2 of them to be exact. You get 2 of everything if you run fully packed, which is what I usually do, because this is my heavy cruiser build right here. For most of my American cruisers, you get 3 of everything. Very good. The only downside, though, is you lose a second of reload, but I don't really care. It's totally worth it to get extra health, extra radars, and extra sonars. And yeah, that's the Wichita. Very, very good all around. Good guns, good maneuverability, decent AA, good armor, so long as, you know, you're not getting shot at by 16-inch guns. And yeah, man, that's about it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything or whatnot, or rather the president missed anything. And yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I love doing these sort of videos, and I hope you guys do enjoy them too. And yeah, I will go ahead and end it there, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your weeks, and I will catch you all on the next one. See ya.